Hello everybody, it's Megzy and welcome to another Share Your Holiday Experience. Today we are going to be talking about Cyprus. I went when I was about 14, 15 with my nan, my granddad and my sister. We stayed in Ayia Napa and we stayed in this hotel. It had like a marble front, it had a really good buffet, really nice. It had a swimming pool, which I think we only used like once in the week we were there. And like evening entertainment and cool and bingo. And call me lame, but I like a little bit of bingo. We played that sometimes in the evenings. I remember I played it once and I won, but they give you as a prize like this alcoholic cocktail. And like I said, I was only about 14, 15, so I was too young to be drinking. Although I don't know what the ages over in Cyprus to drink, but too young to be drinking in England anyway. So I was just like, I just sort of accepted it, and was like, okay, thanks, and like just gave it to my granddad, and he drank it. I think what we did now, we went up. I remember we went up in the mountains, in this like jeep, and we went to see all like the cotton and the lace and see how that was all made and like the stores, and we saw all of that and all the views in the mountains, and that was really interesting to see all that. I remember we met this couple. I can't remember their names exactly, but we got quite friendly with them. We were like talking to them through the holiday and chatting away. I think their names were something like Adrian and Adriana. That might be wrong, but if you're out there, guys, hi, it's me. We also went and they told us, like in the jeep, and they told us all like about the Greek mythology and stuff, which is really interesting because I love Greek mythology and I'm a bit of a history buff. I love learning about all the history and the culture and trying to learn the language. I love doing all that stuff. So it was really interesting to hear about all that. We learned a lot about Aphrodite and like how many daughters she had and their names, and we learned a lot of stuff. So it was really interesting. Um, we went swimming once in the Med, or I did. It wasn't really much of a swim. I sort of walked out to see there was like rocks, and they let me go like quite far out, and I was like, I don't want to dive off here. It looks deep. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna come back. That was fun. We did take a little trip through like the more like a sort of war torn part, if I'm remembering correctly, and we took a little trip through there as well, which was interesting to see. We also went up in, I think it was a bus tour, and we went to Pathos, and they told us more about Greek mythology and stuff, and we went to Paphos, like I said, which is supposedly Aphrodite's birthplace. The goddess of love. So, where should I? So we were like, oh, interesting, and we had a look at that, and they told us like the legend of Aphrodite's rock, which is supposedly where she was born, and they say if you swim around the middle rock backwards 3 times, you'll stay young forever. And we're like, oh, that's interesting. We weren't gonna try it though, because well, it looked a bit dangerous. Crashy waves and rocks and things. If you bang your head, you're probably done for. In which case, you probably technically would stay young forever. I mean, you'd be dead, but. Let's see, what else did we do? We went on like a little boat trip. It was about an hour or so. My nan got a little bit seasick. She was like, she didn't actually, be seasick, but she was like, ooh. Which I didn't have a problem with then. I had more of a problem with that when I went to Ireland, but the waters are quite choppy in Ireland. Oh, if you want to go check out my Ireland vlogs, then there's a full travel vlog up on my channel for you, so to watch if you'd like to. So on this boat trip we went in Cyprus, we went out to sea in this boat, and then they do this thing where they let you off, and I wanted to go for a swim. I had my swimming costume and everything, but my nan and granddad wouldn't let me. I'm not the best of swimmers, I will put my hand up to that. And they were a little bit like, I don't know that we should let you. and so they didn't let me. And they were like, "Look, we need to bring you back to your mum, in one piece." I was like, "Okay, fine." We also went on like those those like glass bottom submarine type things, and you can see like you get a diver that's down there, and you can see them like through with the fish and stuff. We didn't see anything like turtles or anything like that. I think we just saw fish, but it was still really interesting to see. It was really cool, really pretty. Um, and another thing we did was we went to this water park in Ayia Napa, which was really interesting actually. It was a really fun day out. It was like tall slides and wave pools, and I think it was lazy rivers and just normal slides and stuff. And it was really, really fun. I can't remember that much. I remember that I went on like this really tall slide, and you have to do like the crossed arms thing, I can't really do it right now, but you have to like cross your arms in like a safety measure kind of thing. And I did it, but I hit the first bump, and I was like, oh, and my arms just went woo. I was like, uh-oh. And I sort of veered slightly, and I could have fallen off the slide, but I didn't. I was lucky. That'll teach me about like letting go of the safety warnings. Follow the safety warnings always. This was a little bit scary, but it was fine, and we still had a really good time there. Um, yeah, it was really good actually. I really enjoyed like there was like a whirlpool thing I think that you could go around, and then that was really cool. I really liked that. It's not one of those ones that goes around like the current. It's like literally goes like down like a whirlpool. It was really interesting. Yeah, so it's a really good day out. Cyprus is one of the most beautiful countries I've ever seen. I mean, I haven't been to that many yet, so I don't know. But like out of the ones I've been to, it's one of the most beautiful I've ever been to. And it's probably one of the best holidays, definitely. It's lovely. I definitely recommend it. They're very strict on litter there, so like if you probably get thrown in jail if you litter, so don't litter. um, or at least pay a very hefty fine. So yeah, it was really really interesting. It was really really interesting to see all of that. It was an amazing holiday, and I really really enjoyed it. So I think that's everything I have to say about Cyprus. But it's lovely, beautiful holiday, and I definitely recommend it. Um, I think it's about 4 hours or so on the flight. I can't quite remember. No, yeah, it was about 4 hours because I remember I was a bit jet lagged because I think there's like a time difference, and we went on the plane. But when you get there, it's like you're there like two. I think I might be wrong, so excuse me if I'm wrong. But I think it was like 2 hours behind us, 2 hours behind England, or something like that. So it was like we did a 4 hour flight, but we got there in like 2 hours. So it was weird. Sorry, Mom, I interrupted. Um, um, anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, it was like you go there. It was like a 4 hour flight, but you get there in 2 hours, and it was like ooh, a bit weird. It wasn't too bad with the jet lag and things, though. Um, yeah, that's all I really have to say now. That's definitely all I have to say now. Yeah, so if you, as always, if you have anything holiday experiences you'd like to share, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to discuss them with you. I mean, have any of you been to Cyprus? I'd love to hear about your experience. And if I get 10 comments, then I will do a reading your comments video as I promised on each of these share your holidays experience vlogs that I've been doing. So I'd love to discuss all of this with you. I'd love to know what your experiences are. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to, you can like this video. You don't have to. And again, if you want to, you can subscribe to my channel. Again, you don't have to. Completely up to you. But thank you very much for watching. I'm Megzy, signing off.